is calling you to a celebration 50 years in the making, where the worlds you love shine like never before. Join us for the Walt Disney World 50th Anniversary Celebration.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need, and we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Women are living longer than ever before with Kisqali when taken with an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant in postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the media. This is Roy Evans with the Black College Sports Network. We want to thank you for taking the time out to participate in our event today. The first thing we want to let you know that if you have any questions that you would like to ask, please use the Q&A function and not the chat function. Again, use the Q&A function and not the chat function. You are also able to raise your hand and will be acknowledged as we get ready for the Q&A session. What I am going to do now is ask all of my participants to mute their microphones at this point as we continue to move forward. And we're going to start off with, that is, of course, except Mr. Raquan Robinson from the City of Montgomery, who is going to bring from the, Experience Montgomery, the Chamber of Commerce, who's going to bring us greetings. Following that, he will introduce our next guest. And then following that guest, we'll have Mr. Michael Coker of Black College Championships. So without further ado, Mr. Robinson, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Roy. On behalf of the City of Montgomery, the Montgomery County Commission, the Montgomery Area Chamber of Commerce, the Montgomery Biscuits, and Black College Championships, we want to welcome you to this event. We are so delighted to have this second annual Black College World Series here hosted in Montgomery. It's been a delight working really over the past year since the first event to build this experience and make sure that everyone will have a wonderful time in our wonderful city. We're delighted to continue this partnership moving forward and looking forward to grow the event year over year. With that being said, I want to turn it over to Mr. Lou DeBella with Montgomery Biscuits to bring his greetings and talk about his support from his organization.
Thank you, Raquan. The Biscuits are once again super happy that we're going to be hosting the Black College World Series again. Historically, Black colleges and universities are such an integral part of our community, an integral part of the South, of all of this country, of our historical educational history. We are completely believe that Montgomery is the right place to be hosting this, and that our ballpark is the right place to be hosting this. One thing I wanted to mention is this year in minor league baseball, there's a new initiative called the Nines. 9 was Jackie Robinson's number in the minor leagues. And the Nines is an effort to reach out to the Black community to create more young fans, young Black fans in baseball, because frankly, we have done less than a stellar job in the past, and we recognize it, and we're looking to really reach out to the Black community and get them to embrace America's pastime. And I think that hosting the Black College World Series is a great complement to this effort. And we're thrilled that you selected us again. We hope that our relationship with the Black College World Series continues for years in the future. And I want to thank everybody on this call. And I'm actually going to surprise Brendan Porter, who works for me and was behind our efforts to secure this event again. Brendan, just want to say a few words about the timing, the dates, and how people can get tickets.
Yeah, thanks, Lou. Obviously, we were thrilled to get this off the ground last year, but it was under less than ideal circumstances. So we're very, very hopeful moving into May of 2022. There's going to be a lot more opportunities for us to expand on this event than we had the ability to do so last year. We have some representatives on here that are going to talk to you a little bit later about how we're trying to build some community partnerships, get more involvement from the local community, and as well to enhance some of the offerings that we have for the student athletes coming in. A perfect model, I see Johnny Williams over there, what they do when they do football bowl games and make it a week-long experience. That's what we're trying to create here. There's tons that Montgomery has to offer. We're looking into building this to be more than just a baseball tournament, make it more experience for the athletes involved. Ticket information is to come. I'll leave that up to Michael. We're going to release that at a slightly later date. But just to echo what Lou said, we love the partnership, love getting off the ground last year, and are really looking forward to see what we can build this, not only this year, but years down the road.
And now Mr. Michael Coker from Black College Nines and the Black College Championships, LLC.
Greetings, everyone. As we move forward, I want to thank the Montgomery Biscuits for allowing this event to go on last year. And as we move forward into 2022, the Montgomery Biscuits have been an outstanding group. The city itself we were awed when we were there last year. It was a learning experience. It was a learning curve. We got a chance to see the ballpark, the city, and it's very important to our efforts to stage a national tournament, because too many times at HBCUs, our national tournament for baseball are mythical champions. We will no longer crown a voter deciding who's going to be our national championship. It will be on the field. And Montgomery is that perfect location. It is situated regionally. It is situated in an area as to where we have a lot of HBCU schools that compete at the national level. So now we have a tournament hosted by the Montgomery Biscuits and the City of Montgomery and the community, where we're putting on a championship level event. And at HBCUs, this is huge for us. And that's because we have a history, and that history goes back to 1889 when baseball first found its way on the doorsteps of HBCUs. And it has gone on as to where it has gone to the history of the Negro Leagues. A lot of the Negro League members 80% came from HBCUs. But we have a wealth of history, many who have been conducted into the Collegiate Baseball Hall of Fame. Roger Cador at Southern, Bob Braddy at Jackson State, and Marty Miller from Norfolk State. All our HBCU coaches were, and one still is. And this is the key. The key is that Montgomery offered us this opportunity. We want to thank the city, the mayor's office. We want to thank the community. We want to thank the Sports Authority for allowing us to come in and put on a grand of an event that I'm going to have to put the Montgomery Biscuits on notice, and hopefully we can ink a 5-year deal down the road. This is important, not just locally, regionally, but nationally as well. And I cannot iterate how much I appreciate the efforts that's being put in by the city itself, by the mayor's office, especially the Montgomery Biscuits.
Thank you, Michael. We're thrilled to be doing this event and recognize the importance of it, but also the potential for it in the future.
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to step in really quick and ask if the Cornelius Calhoun, we have two of you on the screen right now or in the room. If you can please raise your hand to let me know which of you is from the mayor's office. Then we will get you into the room. So if you can raise your hand, that would be greatly appreciated, unless you are already the one who is in the panel room.
I am in the panel room. I'm Cornelius Calhoun, President Pro Tem Montgomery City Council.
There we go, Mr. Calhoun. I picked the right one. All right. So if you'd like to come on and bring us greetings from the mayor's office or the city council, that would be great.
Yes. First of all, it's like thank you guys for choosing Montgomery to bring the Black College World Series. We're excited about what's looking to be happening in May of 2022. We witnessed the one on last year, and I think we can only grow bigger and better. We just glad to have this opportunity. And from a city standpoint, from the mayor's office and the Montgomery City Council, we look forward to working with you guys. And I understand we're looking at a 5-year deal. We hope we can make that possible through the biscuit and continue to grow or baseball, because we know the importance of the HBCUs and Black Colleges World Series to kind of get our youth interacting and what they can see an opportunity in playing baseball, because we know it's kind of dying on the vine. So we want to just be interactive, be an integral part from Montgomery to support these efforts and do what we can from a city standpoint to make this a viable experience for our families and our players that will be embarking on Montgomery May of 2022. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I think at this time we're going to run a quick promo for you guys to let you know how we're going to be producing or pushing this thing out. One of the ways And then following that, I believe we're going to have some comments from AD Drew, if I'm correct. All right, so we'll get the promo on, and then Mr. Drew will follow.
That's right, y'all. The Black College Baseball Championship Series is back. The Black College World Series return May 11th through 15th to a place where so much Black history has been made. Montgomery, Alabama, to the home of the Montgomery Biscuits. That's right. Riverwalk Stadium, downtown Montgomery, Alabama. The cries have been heard, and Black College Championships LLC is here to answer the call. No longer will the poll determine our champion, as the top baseball teams from NCAA Division II and NAIA meet on the field for Black College baseball supremacy.
Good morning, everyone. Lou Brock, Southern University. Andre Dawson, Florida A&M University. Larry Doby, Virginia Union University. And this year, we'll be adding Buck O'Neill of Edward Waters College, now Edward Waters University. 4 MLB Hall of Famers who have HBCU roots. We are hoping that in this event or future events of the Black College World Series, there'll be another Hall of Famer who participates in this tournament. Having spent so many years living in the River region, I am happy to be associated with this event and bringing this event back to the area that I called home for so many years. I remember the impact of the NCAA Division II baseball tournament when it was held in Montgomery at Patterson Field. This committee is hopeful that this event will ultimately be on the same level. This event will be quality, affordable family entertainment that will expose the people in the River region to the HBCU baseball culture. And with that being said, I want to turn it over to our resident dean of our committee, Dr. Kenyatta Cavill, who can talk a little bit about some of the academic side and athletic aesthetics associated with this particular event.
Good afternoon, and thank you for that introduction, AD Drew. It is a pleasure to be amongst such dignitaries for this great opportunity in terms of the reinstallment of the Black College World Series right there in Montgomery. The 3 points that I wanted to put on the table today, which is the academic side of this equation. Obviously, people there are excited about the athletic, the sport participation, but the academic framing is just as important. And then what we call this HBCU sports business and the athletic aesthetic associated with HBCU programs is the third idea. With that being said, when we talk about just this academic framing, we have a chance to bring multiple students to this environment. And each of them will be majoring in different academic programs across their institution. And it gives them a chance to deliver and talk with people that run baseball on all certain sides or governing the city, and what does that look like in terms of their career possibilities long after they are finished playing the game. So it is important for us to understand that. And there's the unique part of this that you all are all aware about sport management or athletic administration in terms of what that looks like going forward. So this is an opportunity for us to bring in institutions to show young high school, junior high students about the college experience, specifically at historically Black colleges and universities. And for those students that are currently at HBCUs that are looking to continue their academic career, obviously graduate programs are across the board. As I said, also, we want to look at what does it really mean in terms of the business of sport? What does that mean across the framework? And all these individuals in some connection understand what these business opportunities provide. Many of us are living our careers and our dreams still being connected to sports in many different frameworks. This is an opportunity to showcase what that looks like in a special event like none other. And finally, my last disposition is what we refer to as the HBCU athletic aesthetics. It is unique and unheard of in any other framework of how you mix in the game that we love in terms of baseball, HBCUs, and the music, bands that are associated with these programs. And it creates this unique framework that you just can't capture anywhere else. And this magic we call the athletic aesthetics. And so we urge you to not only support this event, meaning with your financial dollars, but also with your presence, so you can partake in this magical festivity of HBCU athletic aesthetics. Again, I thank you for allowing me to be a part of this great team and providing some frameworks for us to all to consider.
And I believe at this time, we have a guest, Coach Adrian Holloway, who was a participant in last year's event, who's going to come talk to us about his excitement and what they felt about the first event. Coach Holloway.
Yes, good morning. Good morning. We're thrilled to be on this panel with such distinguished guests. Last year's World Series was a very good say-so.
Well, Coach, it looks like we're having some connection issues with you, and as well, your microphone seems to be unmuted, but it still seems to be. So I think he's going to come back in and try to get back in for us. At this point, we're going to bring on another one of our committee members, Mr. Gavin King, who is, as we like to call him, the local boots on the ground, is going to help us have an extreme impact in the Montgomery area. So, Mr. King, please come on and give us your statement.
Good morning and happy Black History Month to each of you. My name is Gavin King, and I am an attorney at the law firm of Beasley Allen, Crowe, Methvin, Portis, and Miles here in Montgomery, Alabama. And I am honored to have been selected by Black College Championships to lead the local effort to make the Black College World Series a successful championship level event here in our city. A city that I love, a city where my wife and I have chosen to make a home and raise our family. As a Montgomeryan and an avid college baseball fan, I am thrilled to see the Black College World Series call the River Region home. As someone who comes downtown to work every day, I'm equally excited that this event will be hosted at our city's downtown baseball park, Riverwalk Stadium, the home of the Montgomery Biscuits. As the person who's been tasked with leading Montgomery's local efforts in regards to the Black College World Series, I'm eager to engage with our community to make our city the city that's the seat of the modern day civil rights movement and the home of multiple historically Black colleges, to make this city a hospitable home to the Black College World Series, not just this year, but for many years to come. So I welcome the opportunity to engage with our city's government and business leaders, our local civic organizations, our local schools, our recreation leagues, and every other segment of our community to create an event that will be memorable to the student athletes and coaches that will come to Montgomery in May of this year from 8 different institutions. I look forward to working with each of you in the days and weeks to come. And for those of you who are out of town who will be joining us this spring, I look forward to welcoming you to the capital of dreams with open arms this May.
Thank you, Mr. King. Before we move on to more of our committee members, we're going to turn the floor over to Mr. Johnny Williams of the Central Alabama Sports Commission.
Thank y'all. And I'd like to echo what Gavin had just stated. We're very excited here, Montgomery, to bring you guys back to the second year. we look for this being hopefully a long-term relationship. We thank the Biscuits for having the foresight last year to move forward with this event. Like I said, the Sports Commission and the Montgomery Park and Recreation, whose David Carr was not able to be here today, I'm speaking on his behalf also, are very excited about hosting and supporting this event with all the resources we have here in Montgomery. And like I said, this has a tremendous opportunity to grow, gain national prominence. So we're just excited that Montgomery was chosen, and we look forward to working with each of you to come May the 11th.
And at this time, we'll return to one of our committee members, Mr. Bo Carter. And following Mr. Carter, we are going to have Alexander White of Minority Baseball Prospects.
Thank you so much. We're honored to be with the Baseball Writers Association of America, National Collegiate Baseball Writers, and working with the Black College Baseball Championships. The Baseball Writers have had a long-time relationship with Michael Coker, and we're so glad to be getting some people on. Mr. Williams will have to get Barry Allen involved somehow. He's a giant football and baseball guy there, so we'll get his expertise. But we're just so honored to be with you today, and just know that it's going to be an outstanding tournament. The Baseball Writers will be offering support in any way possible with the national publicity. Thank you so much.
Hey, Alexander White, Minority Baseball Prospects, also CEO of Black College Championships. We're just happy to be a part of this great event and to continue to be the leader in promoting Black players in the game of baseball and continuing to grow the game. So again, we're just happy to be a part of this event and continue to be one of the leaders of the kids. Our company is just designed to really promote the kids and put the kids in the right situation in the right time. And I think this event is epitome of showing that in this great city of Montgomery. We have great ties in Montgomery, and we're happy to help out with the event.
Thank you, gentlemen. At this time, we're going to open up the floor for questions and answers. Again, to our media members, you can either raise your hand or you can type your questions in the Q&A area of the Zoom. And if you want to direct it to someone in particular, please either mention or put that person's name in. So at this time, again, the floor is open to our media members. All right, our first question comes from Dalton Middleton. It's for anyone to answer. Are there any events scheduled to occur in conjunction with the Black College World Series? I will start off with that answer, and if any of the other committee members want to come in, we can do that. And we are planning to do some additional things that will be engaged around the event. That schedule has not been finalized as of yet, but there will be additional events with that information forthcoming.
Michael Coker, Black College Championships Executive Director. We are having a banquet for the players as well. There's going to be more than 250 players consenting to Montgomery for this event, the student athletes. We're also looking at not just the banquet. That banquet will consist of giving the Black College Nines annual player awards that we give out to the HBCU players at the conclusion of their regular season. We will give those awards out at that banquet as well. And we're also looking at an all-star game, a possible all-star game on the field. We're working with the Montgomery Biscuits on that. And there's also going to be a host of tours for the family members, the fans that come into Montgomery, so they can see the historical aspect that Montgomery offers, not just the city itself, but the HBCU level and the national level from the civil rights movement. There's the museum. There's a wealth of things going on. And a lot of people talk about the River Walk the park near the Riverwalk, the amphitheater. We're getting a lot of feedback on that. So there's going to be an event hosted there as well. And also, the Montgomery Biscuits have a super duper barbecue in their stadium, and the people are talking about that. So that's another big plus of events that we're going to plan.
Okay. Mr. Middleton has another question. It was mentioned earlier that ticket information will be announced later. Is there a timetable for when that information will be released?
Within the next, I would say in the next 3 to 4 weeks, that would be a follow up with another press release. I still have to iron that out with the Montgomery Biscuits. It's important that I do, considering that they are hosting us, and when we need to make sure that they're on board with everything that we're doing. So we're in discussions for a few of those things, and with the city as well, especially for the banquet and the location of the banquet. Once we finalize that, and that should be within 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks, we will issue a press release informing everyone of these changes, and these will be the final, hopefully they will be the final things that will lead to Montgomery, May 10th through the 15th, 2022 for the Black College World Series.
I'm sorry.
Also, I wanted to jump in on that, let everyone know that there will be special pricing for students, high school students, youth students. They will get in at a little bit of a better rate, because we want to encourage the youth of the community to come out and see these future stars, so that hopefully one day they will be able to make it to the field to play in this particular event. So there will be special pricing available for youth and groups also that come out. So just want to make sure the public is aware of that, but we should have that information hopefully within the next couple of weeks, like Michael just said.
Okay, well, Drew answered one of the statements. I'm going to come and bring in a couple of questions actually from the internet feed that we're broadcasting live from on Facebook. This question comes from Reggie Hughes, as well as the Cole Cosby team. Both had a similar question, so I will go ahead and answer it. They were wondering if this was D1 or D2 schools and how are the teams selected. The answer is this is for D2 and NAIA schools. I will turn it over to the person who handles that ranking as part of that situation as far as the teams will be selected, to Mr. Michael Coker.
Thank you, Roy Evans. That's a great question. The tournament is based upon NCAA Division II baseball programs versus NAIA baseball programs. We call that the small school because they're not at the Division I level. They're just safe to say a step below. And the tournament is based upon those two governing bodies participating in. How we have it set up is the two opponents will go at each other, and then so will the NAIA. They will have a championship it's broken down into 2 brackets, 2 divisions, the NAIA and the NCAA Division II. One of those champions will emerge to the championship game, and that's where we will crown our national champion for Black College World Series. But the issue is the fact that we have 2 different divisions. They're being into one. Once those teams compete, we will have, like I said, a national championship. I'm not raving here, but what you need to know is the selection committee will be based upon from Black College Nines, and that's the top 10 poll. Our top 10 poll will determine, and our invite, this is an invite, will determine the seedings that Black College Championships will seed the teams accordingly, and then we will start our tournament on May 11th. I hope that answers some of your questions.
I'd like to offer some additional information also. One question that might be asked is why are we not offering Division I teams the opportunity? That's basically based upon the calendar. There was a small window of dates that we could host this tournament. Luckily, the Montgomery Biscuits schedule was flexible enough. They're on the road during that small window that we could host the tournament. Division I teams will still be competing in conference play during that time, so they will not be able to play in this event. There is a window between the NCAA conferences and the NAIA conferences and their championship games before the national tournaments begin. That is this week that we have chosen, May 11th through 15th, to host this tournament. So that's another reason why you only see Division II and NAIA teams in this particular event. And also, we are reserving a slot for the highest finishing team within the state of Alabama. So Tuskegee, Miles, Talladega, and Stillman, there will be local representation from one of the Alabama teams.
That's my name. Thank you, AD. At this time, we are joined by one of the coaches from last year's World Series, Coach Drew Bailey of Bluefield State. Coach Bailey, if you wouldn't mind, let you give us a hello and talk about your experience and what you're expecting moving forward.
My name is Drew Bailey. I'm the head baseball coach at Division II Bluefield State College. We're an HBCU in West Virginia. We've really started to transform. Our administration has really started to transform our college and really starting to diversify our enrollment and our sports. We're 20 sports now. We've got football, new weight room, cafeteria, building new sports facilities, major. So our school is really doing some good things. And I took over last January, and we were very fortunate enough to be able to play in the Black College World Series. We had a great experience, and we were fortunate enough to win it. We played a really good Xavier team. Coach Holloway does a fantastic job with his guys, and we hope for another chance to get back this year and compete for a championship. But the venue, the city of Montgomery, was awesome for us. Our guys had such a good experience, and hopefully if we're able to get back, we're going to do some things off the field and go to Selma and see where Martin Luther King Jr. marched, and we're going to do some different things in Montgomery to give our guys the experience, because at the end of the day, wins and losses are very important, and I don't like to lose. But these guys, this is an experience that they will have with them for the rest of their life. So we want to take full advantage of the city, the stadium, the venues, the food, whatever it is. We want them to have that experience. And I think what Mr. Coker and the Black College World Series has provided and will provide moving forward, the experience is top notch. So being a Division II independent, it's a very tough job for us to qualify for an NCAA regional. That's our goal, and it always will be. But having this to play for gives our guys motivation throughout the year to know that, hey, there's something there meaningful for us to play for. So, this means a lot to us. It meant a lot to our school. It was our first winning season in school history last year. It was our first championship of any kind in baseball. So this event gave us a lot of notoriety for recruiting, for the institution that's consistently growing, continually growing. So, we're definitely thankful for the opportunity.
Thank you, Coach Bailey. At this time, we ask, are there any additional questions from any of our media members? Okay, again, remember, you can either raise your hand and ask your question yourself or type it in the Q&A section. And as they say, going once, going twice, and 3 times. There it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you all for your time and coming out I'm going to give the opportunity to the Biscuits, to Mr. Robinson, and or Councilman Calhoun, that if they have any final words before we let our committee members close out.
No, just that we look forward to seeing everybody between May 11th and May 15th. It's going to be a great event. We're so happy to host it. Come to Montgomery, the cradle of the civil rights movement, one of the great cities, growing cities in the South and all of our country. And HBCUs, thank you for everything you do. And this is a great opportunity for all of us to grow the game of baseball and provide opportunity to young people that deserve it. So thank you all for being with us today.
We appreciate having you. We appreciate the opportunity that you've given us.
I just want to echo Mr. DeBella's sentiments. We're excited to be hosting this again. Montgomery's got a great baseball history, as well as a great Black baseball history with the legacy of the Montgomery Gray Sox, and going back to them playing back in the day at Crampton Bowl and at ASU Stadium. So again, we're excited to be able to highlight this and to be able to support HBCU athletics and HBCU baseball in general. And we look forward to everybody coming out to visit. So thank you again.
Mr. Calhoun.
Okay, just want to say thank you guys. It's been an informative meeting. We look forward to partnering with the City of Montgomery, doing what we can to make this an exciting event and an experience for the participant and the fan that will come in to enjoy the event. And anything we can do from a standpoint, we stand call. Look forward guys for what you guys have shared.
All right, thank you. And for Black College Championships LLC, we're going to let Mr. Michael Cloker close us out.
Gentlemen, I thank you for attending this press conference. Once again, the dates are May 11th to the 15th. We look forward to being in Montgomery. We look forward to staging our event. And again, we're very appreciative of the Montgomery Biscuits, their organization, Brendan Porter, for giving us this second opportunity. Well taken, and thank you very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you just hold on, and you're going to get two more commercials here just to run for you, just to get you going. And then that will be the end of our press conference. Again, we want to thank everyone for taking the time out today. We look forward to descending in droves to the city of Montgomery, Alabama, and enjoying an amazing hospitality and an amazing event that we are looking forward to coming here for years to come. Thank you again.
Past and looking forward to the future. From the National Memorial for Peace and Justice to the stage of the Alabama Shakespeare Festival, this is where history was and is made. We are proud to call Montgomery home, and together we can be the change.
That's right, y'all. The Black College Baseball Championship Series is back. The Black College World Series return May 11th through 15th to a place where so much Black history has been made. Montgomery, Alabama, to the home of the Montgomery Biscuits. That's right. Riverwalk Stadium in downtown Montgomery, Alabama. The cries have been heard, and Black College Championships LLC is here to answer the call. No longer will the poll determine our champion, as the top baseball teams from NCAA Division II and NAIA meet on the field for Black College baseball supremacy.
From novice